Hey gems, welcome back to the nest. I'm Ali and I'm excited you're here. Today we are going to just have a quick little look around tour of what we have done so far on the island of Hollynet, because some parts I have redone or I have finished them a little bit more. So we're gonna go and do that. If you're new here, welcome to Hollynet, a dystopian cyberpunk city that is too broken to heal, but too alive to die. And if you enjoy cozy Animal Crossing content, go and hit those like and subscribe buttons, and don't forget to join our Discord through the link in the video description. So let's go have a walk around. And Eugene is apparently joining us. So first up, I realised that I never actually showed you guys the entrance that I put together first. I actually did this space before I did anything else. Oh, okay, and Sprocket's going to sing us a little song while we're here. That's very, very cute. Thank you. That's not part of his programming, but that's okay. So this was very inspired by a lot of entranceways that I have seen done in the sort of cyberpunk trash core, dystopian sort of vibes. Horrible Gaming in particular did a really cool one that I really liked the layout of, so I took a lot of inspiration from that as well. And essentially I just wanted it to be very sort of loud and obnoxious as an entranceway. Oh my gosh, these guys are just gonna... you know what? What are we talking about? Oh, hey Ali, me and Sprocket were just talking about island style. You know, what's the best kind of stuff to wear in a place like this? Yeah, but remember, it has to be functional. Of course it does, Sprocket. If I can't lunge to full extension, and I mean full extension, at a moment's notice, it's no use to me. If you need to be constantly lunging, maybe you should consider wearing tights. Plus, they're super comfy. Tights, huh? Do they even make casual tights for men with extremely athletic thighs? Oh my god, Sprocket. Well, what do you think, Ali? No, babe. It's just, yeah. The world's not ready to see me in tights. No, it is not, Sprocket. Especially after today's workout. Squat 'em if you got 'em. Oh my gosh. I don't know much about working out, but count me in. No, Eugene. You guys are on opposite sides of... You know what? Never mind. Don't worry about it. Just get out of my way. Excuse me. Okay. Alright, that's better. So, anyway, I wanted this whole area to give a really chaotic vibe. So there's lots of sirens around, not just for noise, but also for the light distribution, because they're obviously spinning the whole time. And then and just lots of light and noise, and at the same time a bit of junk and things. You will start seeing this particular sign here around the place, Nook Core. I ended up having to make that design myself. And that was essentially because if you haven't watched the video where I talked about Nook Core and what exactly it is that's happening on the island of Hollynet, go and check that one out. But essentially Nook Core took over the city of Hollynet. So they run everything, they own everything, etc, etc. And it's not really in a benevolent way. Now, so some of this stuff you will notice from videos that I have made so far. So this little section here is part of the Nook's Cranny Noodle Bar build, and just this little bit down here, this sort of alleyway that the car is blocking right now, was just sort of there to, give that that rundown kind of vibe on the side here. And then if we head up, now don't worry about what's up the top there, I realized that I have not released the build video for that yet, so don't worry about that. But we are going to go across this way first. I've done a little bit around resident services. I'm pretty happy with how this looks at the moment. I don't think I will do much more to it. And, you know, it's not really meant to all be super visible either. Like, obviously resident services is quite a big building, so it's hard to, you know, build anything around it that is, you know, all going to get seen. So that's fine like that. And obviously some more Nook Core banners. And that is obviously our island flag now as well, which just made sense to me. And then this section here, so this is Fuchsia's house and her club area. So I did build this on camera, and that was the most recent video. So go and have a look at that one for some spot the difference stuff. So you can see here that I've got some billiards tables, and they were not in the original build, but I sort of realized that I wanted this to have more of like a club / bar vibe out here and less of a lounge vibe, and it was giving more lounge before. So we included billiards tables and a darts machine down here. And then upstairs, I don't think I changed anything here except maybe 1 or 2 of the snack items on the tables. But what I did do, which you can see down below here, is create a dance floor. Because after I built this upper sort of mini, it's not, I was going to say mini noodle bar, but it's not even really that. But after I'd built this upper section of Fuchsia's area, I realized I had some dead space there and I wasn't sure what I wanted to put. So I decided, why not make a dance floor? I felt like that made a lot of sense, and it sort of completes the whole nightclub vibe that's down here. So I really like how this came out. The DJ turntable makes a lot of sense down here. Oh, I can see Fuchsia up on the ledge there, and she is thinking, but as we all know, she can't leave. She has nowhere to go. Now, I also, because I'll put out, the next build video will be the museum on the other side of resident services here, and then this will make a lot more sense. So I built out, so you can see all these bits up here. I probably can't really get around, and that is entirely the point. You're not supposed to really go back here. Obviously you can't see me, but you can see all the things that I have put around. It's a lot of clutter, and that was entirely the point of building all of that up around there. And then if we come up here, this is basically the wealthy sector, if you will, of Hollynet. So I've just done the basic layout. I haven't built anything up here yet. I have done Ribbot and Sprocket's houses. They are identical, and that is on purpose. And they will get a separate video. I'll probably do both of their areas and show their house builds in the one video, because their houses are completely identical on the inside as well. And then across this side, we have the Able sisters. I'm not going to talk to Fuchsia, so don't worry about her over there. Able sisters, I decided that fashion is for the wealthy in Hollynet. That just made sense to me, that, you know, the rebels, etc., and those who can't afford things don't get access to nice fashion. So Abel's is up here. I probably won't do the type of build where I try to hide the shop. It will just be as it is, and I'll decorate around it. Up the very tippy top here is Cobb's house. I have done his interior and I filmed that, so I'll put that together with his like exterior build out here. So this is just going to be an extension of his lab type of situation. And then at the back here, I still haven't 100% decided. I've got like the lore and the layout and everything worked out for everyone except my house as the player. So I do need help in the comments. Tell me if I should put my character up here and be part of the problem, as it were. Do I be part of the wealthy sector and you know, be someone who is assisting in the clinical machinations of Tom the landlord Nook and Dizzy Izzy, his PR nightmare woman? Do I do that, or I'll show you guys the other section that I could put the player house in. Now, if we come down here, you can see I've put a couple of party light arches out, but I haven't actually decorated here yet. So this is going to be a bit of a black market type of area. Not super full on, because it is still under the nose of Nook and Nook Core, but just a cute little black market sort of area, and that will probably spill onto the beach a little bit, but we won't really be focusing on this portion of beach here. And there's Petri just hanging out. And then as we come across this way, now you guys have hopefully seen the build of Nook's Cranny and the noodle bar in front of it. I don't think I changed anything down here from that build. I think I did change a little bit of Nook's Cranny because I added the Nook Core signage to a lot of stuff. So you can see it's on the truck back there. It's on this light up sign, which I completely forgot that these things existed, and I was actually going to use them initially, and then I forgot. But here they are now. And Nook Core here and all that sort of stuff. I don't think I changed anything in there either because I couldn't be bothered trying to pull things apart to get in there. But yeah, so that's pretty much the same. I did put some stuff behind Nook, so you can see a little bit of it back there. I'll see if we can get behind it so I can show you better. The sewer hasn't really changed since I initially did this build. This is probably one of my favorite areas so far. Some of it was really easy, like just putting all the sort of rubbishy and like industrial design elements around here. That was a lot of fun. Oh, CJ's visiting. But yeah, I did include a couple of things on this side that I had not originally put in. So this little corner is a little bit more built out. This is part of Bella's area, this side. So this isn't just junk, this is Bella's junk. So, you know, mind your manners and watch your mouth. Don't speak ill of her things. I filmed decorating the interior of her house as well. Let me know if you want that as a separate video. It would be quite short. If you like that kind of thing, let me know and I will put that out as well. I did add some glowing moss here, and its purpose will make more sense when we do Petri's lab area. Down here beyond the sewer, this sort of beach area will be part of Spike's area. So he is going to have a boat repair shop, which will be a little bit up here and then will spill onto the beach. And then that will be part of the abandoned port. So there's going to be a lot of broken down bits and pieces, lots of yachts and all of that sort of stuff down here, and probably just like up to around this sort of section, and probably not all the way across to here. I think we will leave a decent amount of this quite bare, maybe just throw some rubbish and leaf piles around the place. And then let's come up this way actually. So this is another section that will be, this side will match approximately this side on the right. So you can see we've got just some more of that same sort of light up item and all of that sort of stuff along the side, just sort of adding to that industrial sort of vibe. But all the, you know, all the light up elements and items are to sort of emphasize the whole cyberpunk aspect of this. So as we come all the way up here, this is where Petrie's lab is going to be, and you can see some more glowing moss up here, and that will again make sense when we do her area. And if we come up here, I don't know how much of this is going to be super visible, but obviously you can see we've got some satellites up here. These are for mostly for Petrie's use. We don't really know why she feels that she needs them, but that's none of our business. And then it is hard to see, but all of this stuff along to the right there, that's just all Nook Inc, Nook's Cranny type stuff that I wanted to put up there. It's sort of rubbishy in, you know, again, that industrial cyberpunky sort of way, and that was, you know, that was the whole point. We've got the solar panels there, obviously for power. We've got a windmill and all of that sort of stuff, and you know, just random bits and bobs up there. So that is stuff that I did off camera, partly because I wasn't too sure what I wanted to put up there initially, and then I just sort of said, you know what, let's fill it up with a bunch of random stuff, and that's what I did. So if we go through this little gap here, so hopefully this will be a little bit more hidden once there's all stuff up here, and you can see that I've sort of painted out how I want that to end up looking with all these metal custom designs and stuff like that. This is our campsite. This area is going to be a little bit of, for lack of a better word, like a hobo village sort of camp situation. You know how like in shows like Law and Order and stuff like that, and you know, in the movies and things where you know, the homeless camp under the bridges and stuff like that, and all of that sort of business. That's the vibe that I want this section to have. So it'll probably spill onto the beach a little bit here. We're definitely using the peninsula for that. But yeah, more a little bit more naturey, but not necessarily in a positive way. And then when we come up here, so this is now the top left corner of our map. This is what I have decided will be the slums area. So I did have initially, I had this really nice diagonal road happening here. And then I realized that if I make the cliffs diagonal like that as well, because I wanted to like hide the slums behind the cliffs, if you know what I mean, I realized that that wouldn't make enough sense in terms of building. Like I wouldn't be able to put in anything up there because obviously none of our items can rotate on a diagonal. They either face one of four sides and that's it. So I tore that all down and rebuilt it as a zigzag. So I'll be able to put stuff up there and hopefully that will make more sense. So this is Static's house. I haven't done any of his interior or anything yet. I'll do that all in one build, I think. This is, what's his name? Eugene. This is Eugene's house. And I have done his interior and exterior. I filmed that one, but I haven't done his like yard type area yet. He is going to have a bit of a, because he's the rebel leader, right? So he's going to have a bit of a shantytown type of look to his yard with a bit of a radio tower situation happening up the top. So I've already put the parabolic antenna up there to remind myself of what we're doing and what space I've got to use. And then coming along here, I wanted to include crops in some way for the slums, as if, you know, they're trying their best to grow their own produce so that they don't have to spend all of their money at Nook's cranny. I'm not quite sure how I want to incorporate that yet. If you've got any ideas for, I don't want to keep saying slum all the time, but, you know, the downtrodden, the poor, etc. in a city ruled by an iron fist type situation. If you have some ideas for me of how we can incorporate a little bit of a community garden farm type situation, let me know in the comments. This is Kat's house. She is our third and final member of the Rebellion Triad, I guess you can call them. So she's the muscle, basically. She does a lot of the logistic stuff as well. Static back over here is kind of the brains of the operation in a sense. He's an ex-engineer of Nook Corps. And then Eugene is our frontman. Like I said, he's the rebel leader. He is similar to Fuchsia in that he's an ex-singer. He used to be in a band, a little bit more of a metal rock type of vibe than Fuchsia. But even so, you know, he's trying his best to put his voice to good use with his radio station type of vibe back there. And then coming along here, oh yeah, so this big space back here that I've sort of started filling in a little bit with some custom codes and whatnot, just a bit of dirt back there. So this whole area here, I think I want to try and put like an abandoned factory, like as if that's where Nook Corps started making their androids and other nefarious, like electronics, like bioelectronic type stuff, if that makes any sense. But yeah, abandoned factory is the sort of vibe that I was thinking for this whole area, and I thought it would make sense having Petrie's lab and house area next to that as well, like as if, you know, she was tossed out of the wealthy sector, she saw the abandoned factory here and decided, you know what, I'm going to set up shop right next to it. You know, she can sneak in and use and, well, take and use, you know, old parts and all of that sort of stuff. And this is the other area where I thought maybe the player house could go, as if, like, I don't know, like my character's like the last man standing, trying to, you know, fend off the rebels from completely taking over the abandoned factory plant type situation. So I'm not sure. I'm undecided on that, and I'll probably leave those areas to last because I can't decide. So if you have thoughts on that as well, please let me know in the comments. It would be very helpful. And the road ends at the secret beach, which makes sense, right? Red would definitely be involved in a rebellion as long as he doesn't have to get his hands actively dirty in anything that could tie them back to him, right? So this is going to be another black market type area back here, sort of probably just from like where this diagonal finishes, about there, back to the secret beach. So that's going to be like Red's black market, I guess you could call it. The red market. Why not? And obviously we've got some tiered situation prepared up there as well. So all of these cliff bits all around here are going to have that sort of you know, really built up tin roof kind of vibe, where, you know, it will hopefully look like lots and lots of people live in this small crowded space. That's the look that I am going for, and hopefully we'll achieve that with some little hidden meeting area type stuff, like just little spots where our rebels can have a bit of reprieve together. I think this is the sort of, all of this up here is the sort of space where we can do that. Maybe a little area on the beach as well. I've gone too far down. A little bit up here is what I was thinking. Maybe a little section up here where they can look out on the ocean and wish that things were different. I don't know. That sounded really bleak, but it's a bit of a bleak town that we've got going on here. So that's the plan. And I'll show you what the map looks like so that you can see all of our villages in one spot as well. So as you can see here, and some of our characters you have already met, but we have Cat, Bella, Static, Ribbot, Spike, Petrie, Cobb, Sprocket, Fuchsia, and Eugene. So that is what our map looks like at the moment. So, I mean, I say at the moment, it's not really going to change. The only thing that will change is maybe some terraforming around the abandoned factory section. But even then, that will be minimal, I reckon. But yeah, that's our tour. That's our walk around. Let me know your thoughts. If you've got some ideas that you think I could or should incorporate, let me know. I love to hear them. And there is a poll on my posts at the moment to see which villager area you guys want to watch me build next. So the next build video that comes out will be the museum up the back there, which is why I'm walking away from it so you don't see too much. I'll post that one soon, but the video after that will be a villager area, so let me know whose area you are the most keen to see next. Okay, you guys, I think we will leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, go and give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing and joining the Discord so you don't miss any future content. I would very much appreciate it. I hope you are all having the best day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!